Okay, I'm talking to Ernie Busby, who worked at the Meccano factory. Can you tell me how long you were there, what jobs you did, and your memories of the factory?
I was there 5 years between 1957 to 62 as an apprentice tool setter. 5 years on very little money. So I remember starting on £2, 12 and 6 a week, and in my final year it was on £6.30 or £6.3 as it was then. Yeah. It's ridiculous, isn't it?
What was it like working at the Meccano factory?
Brilliant.
Was it enjoyable?
Really enjoyable. And there was, well, I don't know what's in the press shop, as you say, I can talk about the press shop. There must have been about 50 women. In the next room to us, there was the train room, and there must have been 150, 200 women in there, because that was all mainly assembly lines, and then they'd all sit on the assembly and whatever was going down and building from one thing to the other. In the press shop.
You were there really whilst the Meccano factory was still doing very well. You were there late 50s, early 60s. Yeah. It was, I suppose, after you left that the decline started leading to the final closure in 1979, I think it was.
Outside time off for a man was about £11, 10 shillings or £11.50 when you were a week, 40-hour week. Yeah. But when I started, it was a 44-hour week, and then after about 12 months, it went to 40 hours. Right. But the money never increased; it just increased your rate of pay,
Yeah.
But no, the money was much, and I remember going to Meccano and it went up to £14 a week, which was a lot. We thought, good God, an extra £3 a week, it was a lot of money. So that's why really you go. There was a die-cast area, and that used to do the dinky toys, the cars and whatever. And I remember seeing that in a box, or the scrap ones. There's one of the things that stick in your mind is that they hadn't made the standard ready to be remelted.
A very happy place to work.
Oh, it was a happy place. Yeah. You look forward to going in.
Right.
It wasn't a case of...
And that's where you learned your trade as an engineer,
well, like you say, from there I then went to Delco.
Yeah. I get the impression that the factory was quite vast. It was a huge affair.
It was quite big.
Yeah.
I'm talking about, it wasn't massive, not as big as Delco.
Yeah.
But there was quite a few people there that's really working there.
Yeah.
And it was an enjoyable, really enjoyable.
I've seen photographs of women in particular painting things in spray booths.
Oh yeah.
Probably dinky toys and things like that. And the interesting thing is, they didn't have any masks on or anything. And they must have been inhaling all kinds of probably lead-based paint in those days, wasn't they?
Yeah, there was a lot of, and health and safety didn't come into it.
Yes, yeah.
In those
Nobody thought about it.
No, everything was, anything. I think of some of the things. But there was asbestos everywhere as well.
Yeah, I suppose there was. Yeah.
You don't think.
I suppose did everybody smoke whilst they were working? Was that?
Oh, you were allowed. Yeah. Women in rollers. You think you're going out tonight? Maybe could. It used to come, but the women that you say, they just get on with the job, and lots of it because of the noise. A lot of them could lip read.
Right, yes, because the noise of the machines, they effectively had to be able to lip read to have a conversation. Oh, you had punch cards, did you?
Oh, yeah, it was just a case of, were all punch cards in the thing.
Yeah.
Never thought, they were all, I've got old Tinky Toy bases were blanked, and then they were formed later in one of these machines, Spring for the clockwise trains had to be heated, which I've told you, so it could be pierced easy, and you could bend it then.
Yeah.
But
just going back to something you said a little earlier, you were talking about an idea somebody had to kind of pre-paint the things.
Yeah.
But that didn't work.
That didn't work.
because they'd get scratched during the manufacturing process, so they'd need to be repainted again anyway.
They're going to think. Yeah, the idea was, if you say, to get it, but when they were, see what it was, they'd be on a roller feed mainly, and then you set the roller feed so that it pierces, and then blankets, and then they'd drop down into a box or something like that, or anything. And then when they were dropping down all angles, and they were just scratching, and people were taking them out when they were, somebody was taking out, put into another box so that they could form, then we're scratching again.
Yeah. So they would really need painting to make it work.
It was an idea, but I don't think it really took off.
No, I can
understand. I remember getting the coils and setting the tools to blank them out.
Yeah.
It sounds as if I'd done everything here. No, they don't really do what I think, because I knew exactly what everybody, what machines, what they had. There'd be setters, as you say. I've got about 15 names there.
Yeah.
But they stayed on those particular machines.
Yeah.
They never moved. They had. Some of them had 4, some of them had 6, some they depended on the size.
So would they take on new apprentices most years, would they?
18 months.
Right. And how long was an apprenticeship?
5 years.
5 years, right.
5 years,
Interesting. Yeah, so it was a long apprenticeship then.
It was really.
Did you remember people being effectively sacked because their work wasn't up to standard?
No.
So generally, the majority of people who worked
they were there for the 5 years.
Yeah, right.
I was there. Yeah, there was no.
When you were there, was the factory itself in good repair, and was it well looked after?
It was quite good. Yeah, it was well looked after then. But I think again, when I read about myself after I left, after 62, I feel as if I always say that I'm glad I left when I did.
You've got some incredible memories, and it's so good of you to come and let us hear those memories, because otherwise they'd just be lost.
Yeah, I don't. Well, to me, I don't think of it as, I just...
No, it's just something you did. But in fact, what you remember is important, because yes, we've got photographs of the Meccano factory, we've got the products of the Meccano factory, but you actually were part of the production, and you saw things and you did things which otherwise would be lost to history. So it's so good of you to come today and share those memories.